The horse is a symbol of nobility and freedom, and it is also the most beautiful animal. There are over 400 horse breeds full of strength and pride, but there are still extraordinary exceptions. These are masterpieces whose dazzling beauty can truly take your breath away. Let's discover the top 15 most beautiful and rare horses on the planet. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now, let's get started. Number 15, Gypsy Vanner. The breed that amazes the world with the strength of a warrior while carrying the most splendid beauty of all time. Scientifically named Equus ferus cabalus, this species is often familiarly called the gypsy horse. It is the spiritual child of nomads, a living symbol of freedom and the eternal bond with nature. They originate from the British Isles, where the climate is humid and misty. The Gypsy Vanner was bred to survive in harsh natural conditions. The Romani nomads raised them with love and meticulous selection to pull caravans. Each step of the Gypsy Vanner is a heartbeat of freedom. Long mane and flowing tail, legs covered in thick, pure white hair, creating indescribable beauty. The dense hair on the legs acts as a shield, protecting the ankles and hooves from muddy wetness and thorns. The white and black spots are determined by the Tobiano gene. This is perfect camouflage, allowing them to blend into dense forest surroundings and deceive predators' vision. A little known biological secret about the Gypsy Vanner is its ability to perform incredible jumps. How can such a heavy body fly like that? The secret lies in the structure of its hindquarters. This firm and rounded muscle mass functions like a compressed spring, generating explosive thrust that helps them defy the laws of physics related to weight. The Gypsy Vanner belongs to the cold-blooded group of horses, making them extremely calm and incapable of panicking at external stimuli. They are intelligent, easy to train, and gentle. The Romani treated them not as tools but as family members. To them, the patience and infinite kindness of this horse breed is a gift from the creator. Splendid beauty combined with a kind heart. This is the legend called the Gypsy Horse. Number 14, Andalusian Horse. In the bright south of Spain, the Andalusian, also known as the pure Spanish horse, is a creature that carries mystery, tradition, and innate elegance. Born in the Andalusia region, where Europe meets Africa, this breed has endured centuries of history and selective breeding linked to kings, warriors, and Spanish artists. On medieval battlefields or in the dressage arenas, the Andalusian has always shown not just for its strength, but for its posture. Its pure and noble appearance is the result of rigorous breeding and selection maintained for hundreds of years to preserve the royal lineage. A balanced body, a thick silky mane like a cascade, deep and penetrating eyes, sharp and full of emotion. Each movement is an ancestral dance. The scientific key lies in its high muscular neck, naturally curved in an arch. This special structure works as a biological lever, allowing the horse to easily transfer weight to the hindquarters. This frees the front legs from gravity and facilitates lifting movements. Interestingly, despite centuries of selective breeding, the Andalusian still retains its free spirit and wild instinct. It is not just a show horse, it is a storyteller that speaks with its body, conveying in every gallop the history, culture, and chivalrous spirit of Spain. Its intelligence and gentleness make it the perfect companion for riders, whether in training, performance, or even battle. Today, the Andalusian remains a living symbol of nobility, a representative of the Spanish soul, where beauty and strength unite in one. Seeing them, we also see the shine of history, the spirit of art, and the eternal pride of a people who love freedom and beauty. Number 13, Arabian Horse. The breed humans call the living jewel of the Arabian Peninsula, a symbol of beauty, intelligence, and freedom shaped through thousands of years alongside nomadic tribes in the vast desert. The Arabian horse has a unique skeletal structure. While most horses have 18 ribs, 6 lumbar vertebrae, and 18 tail vertebrae, the Arabian typically has only 17 ribs, 5 lumbar vertebrae, and 16 tail vertebrae. This natural genetic mutation creates a short back and extremely strong loin, allowing it to carry heavy loads while maintaining maximum flexibility. Its classic facial feature, the concave profile, is not just aesthetic. This cranial structure creates space for large nasal sinuses that function as a biological radiator, cooling the blood before it reaches the brain under the desert heat of 50 degrees C. Combined with a wide trachea and highly expandable lungs, this optimizes oxygen intake with every breath. This superior respiratory system, coupled with a high concentration of slow-twitch muscle fibers, makes the Arabian the king of endurance. It can maintain high speed over hundreds of kilometers without collapsing from lack of oxygen or heat exhaustion. However, this beauty comes with a challenging psychological profile. Belonging to the hot-blooded group, it has an extremely sensitive nervous system and high intelligence. Raised by Bedouins within their tents for millennia, they developed an incredible ability to interpret human emotions. They do not accept blind submission, they demand respect and collaboration. A sharp pull on the reins can trigger a fierce defense mechanism, but subtle connection will make them the most loyal warriors. They are a living legacy, proof that true aristocratic beauty is always forged under the harshest conditions of nature. Number 12. Haflinger horse. The timeless beauty of this breed makes it impossible to look away. A horse with the color of the sun covered by the white snow of the Alps. The Haflinger, with a golden honey-like coat and a cream-colored mane, radiates kindness and warmth like sunlight melting snow. The Haflinger lineage is a genetic combination between a sturdy native mountain breed and the refined Arabian horse, creating a look that is both muscular and aristocratic. Born on the border of Austria and Italy, this breed was not created for show, but for service. Valued in rugged mountain terrain, trained as a strong draft horse, able to climb slopes, traverse mud, and carry loads in extreme conditions. It was precisely this hostile environment that forged its extraordinary endurance. Its metabolic mechanism is incredibly efficient, allowing it to maintain maximum energy from poor food sources, making the Haflinger one of the most unique and reliable animals in Europe. Balanced body, steady gait, and gentle eyes. The Haflinger is not just a work tool, but a true companion for mountain inhabitants. Its character is gentle, calm, and intelligent, maintaining a rare spirit of cooperation thanks to its docility and friendly nature. Today, the Haflinger is also used in equine therapy, helping children and people with disabilities regain emotions, balance, and confidence in life. In the modern world, the Haflinger has become a symbol of friendship and loyalty, affectionately called the loyal friend with a golden soul. And it's true, among nature's wonders, it shines not for strength but for heart. A heart serene as the mountains, warm as the sun, and steadfast like the Alpine people who loved and cared for it for centuries. Number 11. Appaloosa horse. A breed from the North American prairies that makes anyone stop to admire it. Designed by a miraculous mutation of nature called the leopard complex, the Appaloosa coat displays unique spot patterns, but to be recognized as a pure Appaloosa, external beauty is not enough. They have unique biological features: hooves with alternating black and white vertical stripes, mottled skin around the mouth, and especially eyes with human-like white sclera, a rarity in animals. No two are alike, which is what makes this breed so peculiar. The Appaloosa's origin is linked to the Nez Perce tribe, Native Americans famous for their riding and combat skills. They selected, bred, and honored the breed as part of their people's soul, raising intelligent and resilient horses to blend into the rocky terrain of the Palouse Valley. The Appaloosa helped them hunt and fight. They became a symbol of freedom, but their history is also marked by tragedy. After the War of 1877, this breed was almost completely exterminated by the United States Army. Today's Appaloosas are precious descendants of the few horses that survived that historical escape. The Appaloosa is agile, strong, with a balanced body, bright eyes, and elegant gait. Loved for their gentle character and high cooperative spirit. With the blood of a working horse, they possess independent thinking and extremely quick reactions. They are easy to train, intelligent, and especially loyal to the owner they trust. A story of wind, land, and the memory of a people who lived alongside them for generations. Number 10. Lipizzaner horse. Noble, serene, and full of inner strength. The Lipizzaner horse carries centuries of history and is a living symbol of classical European equestrian art, originating in Slovenia and perfected at the Austrian court. This breed is the essence of 450 years of selective breeding. The Lipizzaner has a rare genetic trait called progressive depigmentation. At birth, 100% of foals are black or dark brown. Over time, their coat gradually changes from dark gray to pure white in adulthood. However, according to the tradition of the Spanish riding school, they always keep one jet black horse in the group to bring luck, creating a visual focal point full of mystery. Each time it enters the arena, the aura of Austrian royal history can be seen coming alive in it. What makes the Lipizzaner legendary, however, are the aerial movements almost no other breed can perform. The Lipizzaner is the archetype of the Baroque horse. Thick neck, broad chest, and extremely strong hindquarters. Only this specific muscle structure has enough strength to lift the entire body weight into the air. Movements that were originally brutal war techniques, helping cavalry break enemy lines. The aristocratic appearance of the Lipizzaner is just a facade for a spirit of steel within. It is a creature of elite haute école dressage. The Lipizzaner is a late maturing breed. They take longer to develop, but they have longevity and a very long career, able to perform at a high level even past 25 years of age. Each step of a Lipizzaner is like a piece of classical music made of muscles. It is the crystallization of patience, subtlety, and respect for tradition, a white jewel in the heart of Europe, where each jump is a reminder that true beauty always requires discipline and inner strength to exist. Number 9. Friesian horse. A legendary breed from the Netherlands, considered the embodiment of masterful elegance. It possesses a mysterious beauty that attracts all eyes, but few know that this beauty was close to disappearing from the face of the earth. In 1913, there were only 3 purebred Friesian stallions in the entire world. Their existence today is a historic achievement of genetic conservation. Their entire body is covered in deep black. This is the result of a rigorous genetic selection process, eliminating nearly all other color genes to generate absolute uniformity. A standard Friesian cannot have any white markings on its body. The mane and tail are wavy, voluminous, and long, falling freely. Additionally, they have a dense layer of hair covering the hooves, an ancient anatomical feature that protected their legs against the constant moisture of the lowlands of the Netherlands. Without flashy colors, the Friesian impresses with powerful minimalism. The sloped and robust shoulder structure allows them to perform steps with a naturally elevated and proud leg motion, as if dancing. Their ancestors were true medieval tanks, with highly resistant skeletons to carry heavily armored knights. Behind this majestic appearance lies a serene temperament and sharp intelligence. The Friesian understands the rider, reacting precisely to the slightest command. However, handling this breed requires deep knowledge, as the limited genetic pool makes them more prone to hereditary health issues than mixed breeds. From medieval steed to modern stage star, the Friesian maintains one immutable trait: timeless beauty. Have you ever seen a Friesian in person? It would be an unforgettable memory. Number 8. Thoroughbred horse. A fascinating, powerful, and seductive beauty, a living legend in the world of speed. We are not just talking about a horse, we are talking about a symbol, an archetype of the very idea of perfect movement. It is the genetic standard from which all modern sport horse breeds carry part of their blood, the English Thoroughbred. Born in England between the 15th and 16th centuries, they were bred with a single purpose: victory. From the first intentional crossing, from the first lineage records, the goal was clear: to develop the ultimate equine athlete. The lineage of all modern thoroughbreds traces back to exactly 3 foundation stallions: Byerly Turk, Darley Arabian, and Godolphin Arabian. These 3 names became pillars, almost mythological entities in the equine breeding universe. Each brought a specific trait: speed, endurance, muscular explosiveness, mental focus. They were rigorously selected to create a horse with a large heart, strong lungs, and a lean but explosive body. The Thoroughbred has a secret weapon called the X Factor, a genetic mutation on the X chromosome that makes its heart colossal in size. A normal thoroughbred's heart weighs about 4 kilos, but in champions, it can reach 10 kilo, pumping hundreds of liters of blood per minute. It is as if nature itself installed a biological turbo inside its chest. When galloping, the heart functions like a blazing furnace, sending life fuel to every muscle fiber. Veins protruding under thin skin become oxygen highways. Its muscles do not contract, they explode. Its skin is extremely thin, allowing the network of veins to be visible, helping dissipate heat quickly from muscles. The circulatory system almost becomes visible, as if the horse were drawn by an artist obsessed with anatomy. A noble and confident posture makes it a symbol of sophistication and elegance. But the essence of this breed lies in its contradiction: a monumental strength sustained by incredibly thin legs. They are like crystal cannons, the fastest, the most beautiful, and at the same time the most vulnerable to injuries. On open tracks, the Thoroughbred can reach speeds over 70 km/h, and at this speed, any small misstep can be fatal, yet they do not hesitate. They were made to run. In the eyes of a thoroughbred, there is always a flame of hot blood, a sparkle that reminds one more of a warrior than a domestic animal. There is temperament, there is personality, there is fire. They are not submissive horses, they are running partners. They do not merely obey, they form a silent pact with the human. Their nervous system is extremely sensitive, reacting many times faster than a normal horse. This makes them intense, perceptive, sometimes temperamental, but always extraordinarily responsive. Every stimulus is perceived as if their senses were permanently on alert. Today they dominate not only racetracks but also serve as a crucial genetic source to improve hundreds of other breeds. Quarter horse, Anglo-Arabian, warm blood, modern sport Lusitano. When a breeder wants speed, athleticism, and elegance, they seek thoroughbred blood. But to fully understand the English thoroughbred, one must dive into the historical cultural relationship between these horses and humanity. In 17th century England, horse racing became more than aristocratic entertainment. It became social events, rituals of status and skill. Farm owners competed for the best, fastest, most beautiful animal. The prestige of a champion was not just sporting, it was genealogical. A winning stallion could sire hundreds of descendants in its lifetime, each foal carrying a part of that ancestral flame and part of that financial value. Many racehorses today are worth millions, not for what they ran, but for what their offspring may run. Yet, despite the aristocratic aura, the thoroughbred also carries stories of humility. Horses that came from nothing, unrecorded lineages that emerged with unexpected strength. Stories like the legendary Secretariat, whose autopsy revealed a 10 Achilles heart, a living engine larger than anyone imagined. It is said he ran not with his legs, but with his heart. When a thoroughbred gallops, there is a curious biomechanical phenomenon. For a moment, at the peak of movement, all four legs leave the ground simultaneously. It is as if the horse is flying. In that instant, it does not touch the earthly world. It literally becomes air. In the world of extraordinary animals, the thoroughbred does not need wings to fly. Each gallop stops time, leaving only the sound of wind and light racing alongside a legend called speed. But there is more. The thoroughbred is not only fast when running, it is fast when thinking. Its instincts are sharp. It detects threats, energies, human intentions. Experienced riders often say a thoroughbred reads the soul of its rider. If there is insecurity, it senses it. If there is confidence, it responds. If there is fear, it amplifies. If there is courage, it surpasses. The bond between rider and thoroughbred, when well established, produces something rare. A fusion, a temporary centaur of shared flesh and breath, an athlete with two consciousnesses, the human and the equine, aligned in one direction. And if we talk about tracks, we also talk about emotion. The start moment, suspended silence, hooves scratching the ground, warm breath steaming from the nostrils like a locomotive. The gate opens, and then a lightning bolt. No longer a horse, no longer an animal, but an idea. The idea of surpassing limits. Muscles work in synchrony with astonishing precision. The spine propels each leap like a spring. The neck projects the body forward. The tail balances the trajectory, and the sound of hooves striking the ground marks a hypnotic cadence. Tat, 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 as if an ancestral drum calls the blood to dance. Behind this choreography of speed, there is a whole science of breeding. Breeders study genealogies, combine lineages, analyze musculature, behavior, heart rate, respiratory capacity, post-race recovery. Every detail matters. Every stallion and mare is chosen as a strategic piece in a project sometimes taking decades. Yet even with all this technical effort, the thoroughbred retains a touch of mystery. No matter how predictable in genetics, no matter how measured its structure, some individuals are born with something indescribable. A competitive spirit, a will to win, an urge to surpass. In stud farms, young foals grow under careful supervision. First, they learn to walk with a halter, then to be groomed, then to accept a saddle, and finally to run with a rider. And when they run for the first time on open track, something awakens. The instinct arises as an ancestral memory. I was made for this. At the same time, the thoroughbred carries fragility. Its long, thin bones can crack. Its delicate joints require constant monitoring. Its legs are worth more than gold and break like glass. They live on the edge between glory and risk. Number 7. Marwari Horse Pride of India. direct descendant of the war horses that accompanied Rajput warriors. The Marwari is not just a horse, it is a living story, a reliquary of tradition, courage, and beauty that has crossed centuries of desert, battles, and ceremonies. Each muscle, each line of its body, and every movement carries centuries of natural selection and human intervention, shaping a creature that is both warrior and work of art. The Marwari is the result of crossing the hardy native pony of Rajasthan with the refined Arabian lineage. This crossing was carefully conducted to create an animal capable of enduring the scorching heat and extreme aridity of the Thar Desert, where daytime temperatures can exceed 50 degrees and nights drop to near freezing. But beyond endurance, breeders sought elegance, grace, and a presence that commanded respect, because a warrior mounted on a Marwari did not only fight, he needed to inspire fear and admiration. Its silhouette is noble, elegant, and distinctly unique. The arched neck, long and slender but muscular legs, firm back, and hooves adapted to sandy terrain make the Marwari not only beautiful but functional. Each movement is fluid, as if the horse were an extension of the desert sand itself, gliding effortlessly over dunes and arid plains without losing balance or strength. The feature that turns the Marwari into a legend is its ears, elegantly curved inward, almost touching at the tips to form a perfect heart. This peculiarity is not merely aesthetic, it is a superior evolutionary advantage. These ears can rotate almost 180 degrees independently, functioning as a biological radar system. They pick up the faintest sound of distant footsteps, the whisper of the wind carrying signs of danger, or the murmur of approaching enemy troops. In desert sandstorms, when visibility disappears and every shadow becomes suspicious, these ears become vital sensors. In Indian culture, ear shape is considered a sign of purity, dignity, and spiritual connection. For the Rajput, riding a Marwari with perfect ears was a symbol of status, courage, and honor. The horse represented not only physical strength but also intuitive wisdom, a mind ready to react to any situation on the battlefield. The Marwari's body is slender but hides extraordinary endurance. It has a natural gait called the 4-beat amble, allowing it to move quickly and smoothly without jolting the back. This gait was crucial for warriors carrying heavy armor, swords, spears, and shields. During long desert journeys, the Marwari could travel hundreds of miles without exhausting its rider, maintaining each step secure and stable, even on unstable dunes. Its bone and muscle structure were refined to absorb terrain impact without compromising speed. The Marwari's temperament is equally legendary. Famous for its unwavering loyalty, it is a one-owner breed. Historical documents and oral accounts describe horses that never abandoned their warriors, even when injured, staying by their side in extreme danger. Some accounts describe Marwaris trained to jump over impossible obstacles or even attack enemy elephants during battles, biting their faces and taking advantage of unmatched agility. This combination of beauty, strength, and intelligence made the Marwari more than a horse. It became a symbol of India's indomitable soul. For centuries, Rajput rulers and warriors kept the lineage pure, protecting each animal from unwanted crossbreeding. Even today, the Indian government imposes strict export bans, preserving this genetic heritage as a national treasure. That is why, even outside India, the Marwari is rare, a living jewel of endurance, beauty, and history. Each Marwari carries a living story of the desert, the constant struggle against the scorching sun, water scarcity, sandstorms, and enemy attacks. They learned, generation after generation, to survive and thrive. But survival did not take away their grace. Every step, every gallop, every gesture is a dance that evokes the past, culture, and tradition. The Marwari is also a master of nonverbal communication. Its expressions, posture, and ear movements convey intentions, alertness, curiosity, attention, and even mood. Experienced breeders recognize personality nuances that become crucial in equestrian competitions, cultural ceremonies, and traditional parades. Number 6. Clydesdale horse. Each step of the Clydesdale resonates like the drums of heaven and earth. Whenever it appears, space seems to slow down. You are witnessing one of the most impressive animals in the world of draft horses, simultaneously gigantic, elegant, and full of majesty. Born in the Clyde Valley, Scotland, this breed carries extraordinary strength. The origin of its colossal size dates back to the 17th century, when breeders imported enormous Flemish stallions from Belgium to increase the stature of local horses, creating biological machines up to 1/8 180 meter tall and over a ton in weight. Dark brown or reddish black coat standing out with 4 characteristic white socks on the legs, accompanied by a long, shiny mane. This dense hair on the legs is called feathers. It creates a wild beauty, but in terms of care, it represents the greatest challenge. Breeders must manage them with extreme rigor to prevent the common lymphedema disease. The most unique feature of the Clydesdale is precisely its gait. The Clydesdale lifts its hooves very high and places them down with complete determination. This flexible knee joint structure initially helped them overcome the uneven furrows of agricultural plows, but today it transforms them into supermodels in exhibitions. Throughout the 19th century, the Clydesdale was the soul of Scottish agriculture. Beneath this giant appearance lies a gentle soul, nicknamed Gentle Giants. Today, the Clydesdale's image is tied to popular culture, especially as the symbol of Budweiser beer, famous worldwide. They appear as icons of hard work and loyalty. Despite their fame, Clydesdales are still on the vulnerable list of rare breed conservation organizations, as the number of purebred individuals is not as large as one might imagine. Clydesdale, a living masterpiece where beauty and strength coexist in a rarely seen dignity. Have you ever witnessed the colossal beauty of these animals in person? Number 5. Akhal-Teke horse. At first glance, you might mistake it for something bathed in precious metal rather than flesh and bone. The Akhal-Teke's coat reflects a bright golden light, copper red, or sometimes a cool silvery sheen. It is the living symbol of Turkmenistan, where it is respectfully called the golden horse. Scientists discovered that the fibers of its hair have an extremely special structure. The medulla is very small or completely transparent. This transforms each hair into a natural light tube, refracting sunlight like a crystal prism, creating a metallic effect that no other animal possesses. Its lineage is over 3,000 years old, originating from the horses of nomadic tribes in Central Asia. It is believed to be the prototype of the legendary horse whose bloodline is recorded in Eastern history, a species so valuable that ancient Chinese emperors were willing to start wars to possess it. Born to survive the scorching heat of the Karakum Desert, the Akhal-Teke has the appearance of a greyhound, extremely thin skin, allowing veins to be clearly visible, almost no subcutaneous fat, deep chest, and slender abdomen. Its movement is elegant, gliding over the sand with elastic steps that maximize energy conservation. The Akhal-Teke's endurance is a biological record. The most impressive proof is the historic journey of 1935. The Akhal-Teke traveled 4,152 km from Ashgabat to Moscow in 84 days, including 3 continuous days and nights, crossing the desert without a drop of water, a limit that science once deemed impossible. However, this is not a breed for everyone. Belonging to the hot-blooded and extremely sensitive group, the Akhal-Teke is famous for being a one-owner horse. It can be aggressive with strangers, but forms a deep spiritual bond with its caretaker. It is a symbol that toughness forges masterpieces, and a reminder that the most valuable things are often born in the desert fire. They carry a beauty anyone would envy. Would you like to own one of these fascinating golden horses? Number 4. Lusitano horse. Brave as a warrior, yet graceful as an artist, this is the Lusitano horse. This breed was born in Portugal, known as the Son of the Wind. The Lusitano is, in fact, the oldest lineage in the Iberian Peninsula. From Roman battlefields to the bullfighting arena, the Lusitano has always been a symbol of courage. It possesses a rare trait called bravery. While a horse's natural instinct is to flee from danger, the Lusitano was genetically selected to inhibit this fear response. It maintains a cool mind to face half-ton bulls head-on, transforming fear into extreme concentration. With a balanced body structure, arched neck, and slightly convex Roman-style nasal profile, a distinctive mark of its pure blood. Every Lusitano movement is like a dance. They have a short loin and extremely flexible hip joints, allowing them to perform the collection technique, shifting all weight to the hind legs to propel or turn 300 degrees in an instant. In classical equitation, the Lusitano does not merely obey, it interprets movement. Its sensitive nervous system acts like a high-speed microprocessor, reading the tiniest mechanical signals from the rider's body. This harmony creates a performance where human and animal merge into one, making the Western training world consider it the pinnacle of connection. Today, the Lusitano is not only an ambassador of Portuguese culture, but also a valuable genetic legacy. If you have the chance to ride them, make the most of it, and above all, respect them. Protect this beauty, because in the modern world, finding a creature with the heart of a lion and the soul of an artist like the Lusitano is almost impossible. Number 3. Percheron horse. They are enormous, majestic. They can weigh up to a ton, yet their gaze is as sweet as a child's. The Percheron, nicknamed the Gentle Giant of France, originates from the Huin River Valley in the Perche region. Its grand body was shaped over centuries. They are not pure draft horses. Throughout history, breeders skillfully introduced Arabian blood, specifically Eastern Arabian, into the native population. It is precisely this genetic mix that created a fascinating biological paradox: a heavy body, yet agile movement, and the refined head of a hot-blooded lineage. An adult can exceed 1.80 meters and weigh up to 1,000 kilos. Deep chest, broad shoulders, rippling muscles, one of the strongest horse breeds on the planet. Its coat is usually dapple gray or bluish black. In the light, the rounded gray spots create a visual effect like pearls. Majestic, yet elegant. The Percheron has clean legs without long hair, a morphological trait that gave it a significant advantage in World War I. Pulling cannons through muddy trenches, clean legs help prevent skin infections and hoof rot common in long-haired breeds. Historically, the Percheron was central to French agriculture and the army. What makes this breed beloved is its calm and friendly character. Its nervous system is extremely stable. They do not panic at bomb explosions or loud machinery. Farmers see them as resilient work companions who never refuse to serve. Today, the Percheron remains honored as a living legacy. It is a rare breed used in crosses with thoroughbreds to create warm blood lines for modern sports. Looking at the Percheron, we see a symbol of fascinating nature, where the strength capable of moving mountains and gentleness coexist in the same being. Number 2. Paint horse. No horse in the world possesses beauty like its own. Each paint horse is unique, with vibrant spots, white mixed with brown, black mixed with gold. Its origins trace back to the 15th century, when the first Spanish horses were brought to America. The modern paint horse is the perfect combination of thoroughbred and American quarter horse blood. In fact, they are short-distance racing machines. The color distribution on a paint horse follows 3 strict genetic rules. Tobiano, white crosses the back, legs are usually white, head is dark. Overo, white never crosses the back, starts from the belly, often with a completely white face and hypnotic blue eyes. Tovero, a rare combination of both patterns. Historically, this appearance created 2 opposing destinies. White settlers initially despised them as circus horses. The Comanche tribe, on the other hand, revered them for their natural camouflage abilities. In the sunlit prairie, the color fragments made it difficult for enemies to judge distance and numbers. The paint horse is a true athlete. Low center of gravity, defined muscles, explosive acceleration. It shines in Western competitions thanks to inherited herding instincts from its quarter horse ancestors. However, this beauty has a price. Geneticists warn of lethal white syndrome. Crossing 2 carriers of this gene can produce a completely white foal with intestinal defects, resulting in a painful death. Therefore, each healthy paint horse born is truly a miracle of scientific calculation and luck. If you have the chance to witness a paint horse at sunset on the Texas prairies, you will understand why this breed is considered timeless beauty, a fragile balance between art and the life and death laws of nature. Number 1. Shetland Pony. Measuring less than 1.10 meters, yet capable of pulling twice its own weight. This is the truth about the Shetland pony, the world's smallest horse breed, but also one of the most astonishing animals, defying biological rules of strength and beauty. The Shetland pony was born in the Shetland Islands at the far north of Scotland, where icy winds and gray rocks create a brutally harsh environment. Over thousands of years, it adapted to survive. Low body, sturdy bone structure, short but robust legs, and especially a double thick coat like armor. When snowstorms hit the plains, this layer retains heat, allowing the small body to resist the fierce nature. Anatomists note that the Shetland has an incredibly large metacarpal bone circumference relative to body size, creating a physical lever that makes it proportionally the strongest horse breed on the planet in strength to weight ratio. While giants like draft horses can only pull 50% of their body weight, the Shetland can pull up to 200%. To withstand the biting cold, they have a dual armor system. The long, coarse outer layer is waterproof, protecting the dense, soft inner layer that retains absolute heat. In the 19th century, the Shetland pony became a mining horse. Its compact size allowed it to navigate narrow coal tunnels, its lungs developed to filter dusty air, and its nerves of steel allowed it to work in eternal darkness without panic. This history made humanity admire this breed, a symbol of persevering labor. However, the Shetland is famous for the Napoleon complex. Sharp intelligence combined with stubbornness and immense ego, they are not easily intimidated and are ready to use their cunning to achieve what they desire, making training both a challenge and a joy. Today, the Shetland pony is a proud symbol of miraculous adaptation. Each horse breed is a living lesson in loyalty, endurance, and harmony. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.